Number 300 in the Masters of Cinema series is Black Tuesday. This is an Edward G. Robinson film noir, which, just jumped out to me as something I had to see immediately because I love Robinson. I love film noir. Masters of Cinema, again, knock out the park with this terrific film. From 1954, we have Edward G. Robinson as Vincent Canelli, a man who is on death row. Next to him is Peter Graves' character Manning, a character who's also waiting on death row, a character who is not really repentant on his crime. He stole $200,000 in a robbery, killed a police officer, and is now headed for the electric chair, refusing to give up his ill-gotten gains.
At least give it some consideration, Pete. The money can't do you any material good.
Nobody else either.
But a 10-day reprieve.
Forget it.
And Vincent Canelli is a man from the underworld who has connections. And these connections are going to allow him to escape in this sequence just before they're about to be executed. And at which point he will take Manning and go on the run. And this is a sort of wonderful setup to the film. Get to know the characters. And this is one of those characters where Edward G. Robinson is just playing the bad guy and reveling in it. His performance, everything about him just says that this is a nasty character.
Why don't you butt out? Never lead with your belly. How you like that, Screw?
Someone who will never back down, who will always do his best for himself, who just wants and will do anything to take what he wants. And he has helped Manning escape simply because he wants that 200,000. He wants to go and relax, spend his criminal retirement away with all this money. But it leads to some really intense sequences throughout the film. There is moments where they're holed up, they have hostages, the police are there. It's getting to a really tense standoff, which is just wonderful and a great finale for the film.
He's coming, Haley!
Prior to that, there is a absolutely nail-biting, terrific sequence when Manning has to go into a bank to get his safety deposit box. And it is drawn out, it's terrific. They really push the tension in this one, and it's just wonderful. This is a film all about horrible characters. These people are despicable. There is no doubt about it. Everybody here is either in prison or they're helping convicted murderers escape. There is only one shining light of a good character, and that is the daughter of a policeman or a police guard in the prison whom they have kind of taken hostage to talk him into helping them do the escape. And she's kind of there as the moral compass throughout the film.
Why did you stop him?
I wanted to stop men from dying every Tuesday night, every dirty Black Tuesday, but I couldn't. I had to stay in my cell and watch them go past and wait for the stink of men frying.
For me, it's about the characters and the situation and the way that builds this tension all the way through. You have Canelli, you have Manning, these two characters who are both criminals but at the different end of the spectrums, and they both kind of bounce off each other and kind of dislike each other but appreciate certain aspects. You can tell that that there is a somewhat undercurrent of just hatred towards these two guys. They're not thick like thieves at all. They are almost hating each other, but there are a tolerance in the way that they kind of deal with each other. They know they need each other to escape, and they're willing to do that as much as they have to. Although Manning's character is much more, I'd say, nuanced than Canelli's. You feel as if there is something behind this. I could almost picture him doing what he's done for a good reason. It's not just a case of want for him. You feel as if there is a little bit of a moral compass hidden within that character, which is great. Jean Parker as Hattie, the Moll of Canelli, is terrific as well. She's a woman who will do anything to get her man out, almost as evil as himself. It's just one of those pot boilers that's just great. Gives you these characters and then throws them into a situation where the stakes just keep getting raised, where people keep dying, where you feel like, is anyone going to survive to tell this tale? Another wonderful release from Eureka. This one, another great transfer, another great noir movie. And the stakes of noir, it just ticks all the boxes for me. Of course, there are extras on this disc, so let's dive in and have a look at. Here we are in the disc for Black Tuesday. We have an audio commentary with Sergio Angelini. From Argentina to Hollywood, Sheldon Hall and Hugo Fregonese, which is 20 minutes 44 seconds. Now this was a great extra because I just really didn't know much about this director, but Sheldon really lays it out and gives us some of the key points, talking about some of the films, the impact that he had throughout his career, and it's just a great for giving you information about this guy. Next we have No Escape, the Nihilism of Black Tuesday in 1950s film noir. A video essay by Imogen Sarah Smith. This was a terrific extra, running at 27 minutes 32 seconds. It talks a lot about the changing evolution of noir, how in the 50s it moved into a more kind of brutal, explosive violence, more nihilistic and morally ambiguous. I just found it to be a fascinating visual essay. Then we have Eshan Koshbak on Black Tuesday. This is 24 minutes 8 seconds. He talks about a lot about the making of the film, about the talent behind this production, also why it's called that in the title, you know, how Black Tuesday was predominantly the day where executions would take place, how it refers to the Great Depression and the Wall Street crash, all these connotations that are in that title as well. There is also a trailer. In addition to the on-disc contents, there is also a 28-page booklet with a terrific essay which poses a question that were these crime films something that could destabilise the community because they're showing their harsh realities of criminal life, which is a fascinating read. That's the extras for Black Tuesday. There we have it. Black Tuesday out now, thoroughly recommended. I would say yes, pick this one up. It is a terrific watch. If you're a noir fan, you're going to really appreciate this one. And it's the 300th Master of Cinema release, which is nice to get to that number as well. As always, I'd love to know your thoughts, so drop me a comment in the comment box below whether you loved this, hated it, fell somewhere in the middle. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box are links to Patreon, membership program, and manvfilm.com. Always, in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.